Oh, but anyway, so let's get right into the news, shall we?
Well, they're not
Oh,
bringing the chat up now.
now the sad part is I've kind of forgotten what all we've had in the queue. What was going on?
You didn't delete it?
No, it's not deleted. It's in the queue. I brought it up. The problem is I kind of forgot what they were all about because it's been a few weeks. Anyway, oh, like a boss from Software President Hidi Takaka. Anyway, Miyazaki says that as long as he's in charge, he won't let layoffs hit his company. People who are afraid of layoffs are afraid of losing their jobs, are afraid of making good things, he says, as he cites Nintendo's beloved ex-president Iwata-san. This the lesson right here makes games that people want stop the AAA formula and go for good things and not be afraid of losing your job so you can take the risk needed. FromSoft understands gamers and delivers games they actually want. A lesson that Sony, Fire Sprite, and the rest of the AAA in the West will not talk about as they blame everything. This was about layoffs somewhere, and I can't remember who the heck was being laid off.
I know Kotaku shut down Australia.
Absolutely thrilled. Resin, Colin Mountain, Dead, Fire Sprite. Maybe that's what it was. Fire Sprite, Sprite, whatever their name is.
Yeah.
Confirms layoffs. But yeah, this was about layoffs. we're mucking it up first thing today. Chad's not awake, and I'm not properly prepared, and Meg's just here for the train wreck.
I had the ugly sleep, dude. I woke up in a puddle of my own saliva. Cats like starting to gnaw on me, thinking I'm dead.
I'm sure Roughnut wasn't trying to gnaw on your face or anything. It's because you didn't play enough Shadowrun and then forgot to save it properly.
It wouldn't save properly. All that progress is gone, so I got started all over.
Did you not do a? Does it have like file saves or anything?
Like it does, but Sega blocked them
not the standard save. I mean the
save state. Yeah,
yeah.
It's blocked on there because it's not a proper cartridge. So, let's just say I found a workaround.
Well, that's good.
Yay, emulation.
Did you emulate it?
I got a bunch of other stuff. So yeah, the retro streams will continue.
All right, another reason why emulation is so great. You can buy the game and still need emulator to properly do it.
Yeah.
Which is always awesome.
Oh, but yeah, apparently there are more layoffs in the gaming industry. Why? Because they've made piss poor games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so. And then when they fail to learn from their mistakes, when they do make something that we say, hey, we don't like that, or when they make something good, they'll say, oh, cool, let's do the sequel and do exactly the opposite of everything we've done the last time. So yeah, it just
Diablo 4 comes to mind on that.
Yeah, I heard they're in flames.
Or the new Dragon Age. Yeah.
But see, this got me thinking about something. So I read recently that they took a poll of how many other people, and a majority of people are preferring media from the 80s and 90s, and they're not watching new stuff. Like, they're not watching the new shows. They're not watching the new cartoons. They're watching Married with Children. They're watching Animaniacs. They're watching Futurama.
Yep.
And I think this is probably an offshoot of that, where people are rejecting the modern gaming for retro and indie. Welcome to my world, y'all.
Well, yeah, I think like some of the most played games to this day right now are all games that are like 7+ years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, at this point, you got Fortnite, Call of Duties, whatever, is still going. I don't remember. There was a list somewhere. We talked about it at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that you've got an excellent point there, though, Chad. When you mentioned that a lot of people have just discovered that they don't need new media, they don't need to get the next thing because there's plenty of old stuff that's still good. Oh,
Go ahead. Keep going.
because we've found that I think it started with the streaming services, honestly, and stream on demand. You didn't have to watch what oh, did you see this thing that just happened last week or something? Nobody cares. We stopped caring about that with the Netflix model. And we just said, oh, yeah, did you binge this show? No, I haven't watched it yet. Okay, well, go watch it and, we'll talk about it next week or something. It became less of must see TV or you've missed out and you can't have that water cooler conversation.
Yeah.
And once we got away from that, we as a society have just discovered that we don't need to do the new thing all the time. And we've found that, and especially with the dropping in quality of new things as well, it's kind of become the second head of the snake there. And now we've found that we can actually go back with games. We can go back with books. We don't have to have new things anywhere. We're like, oh, huh. Okay. Yeah. Now that it's no longer that if you miss out, you're gonna be like excluded from the zeitgeist and what's going on, and you don't. No, it's news that people are keeping up with, and basically everything else when it comes to entertainment isn't really. It's no longer must see TV this week. You don't need to see the new thing necessarily. There are very few things that are like that. Maybe like Stranger Things for a little while, Cobra Kai for a little while, but even those have kind of just been, you see it when you see it.
But yes, that's the thing is a lot of people, what they're doing now is they're getting their subscription for Netflix, Hulu, whatever. Then show drops. They binge watch it, cancel their subscription until the next episode or whatever comes out, and then they'll do it. Because sometimes they'll go months without a new episode on some of these.
Well, see, Netflix does a seasonal drop.
Yeah.
That's how Netflix does it. Meanwhile, Disney's been doing this weekly dribble, so it forces people to stay subscribed.
Yeah, but a lot of people are realizing, Disney's evil. What a shock.
Yeah.
I don't think as many people as we would like care that Disney is evil. The trouble that Disney has is that they are not entertaining anymore. They're putting out crap. If they were putting out good stuff, you'd say, well, Disney is evil. They go, yeah, but, and that wouldn't be the response.
I mean, that's kind of why we play games still too, for the most part. Like, if it's a good game, it's a good game. We're going to play regardless of how evil the corporation technically would be.
Yeah.
And they hate to do that. The problem is the quality of their stuff is going down. But I found a list of some of the most top 20 PC games right now. And
this is depressing.
It's Minecraft. Who would have thought? Roblox, unfortunately.
That depresses me. I don't even understand Roblox. My nephew was into it.
My kids do. I don't.
I don't understand. I watched him, and he was trying to explain what he was doing. He's like, yeah, I'm going to go to this person's house and go to a party. I don't understand. And you go into somebody's like little building that they have set up, and he's like, I can turn on the lights and turn off the lights. I don't understand what's happening. And he just thought it was so interesting, and I was mystified.
Roblox is like an amalgamation of like 50,000 games where they've got like child labor and shit going on to make them. So, they're not exactly what I would call an ethical company, but
no.
You've got Fortnite, Counter-Strike, because Counter-Strike has been the thing for decades. Call of Duty Warzone, League of Legends, Valorant, Grand Theft Auto 5, because that is the juggernaut there. X-Defiant, I'm not even sure what the hell that is. Diablo 4. Really? D4? Come on, guys. Rocket League, Overwatch, Destiny 2, Tom Clancy, Apex, EA Sports, unfortunately. Cyberpunk. I have a bone to pick with Cyberpunk. Anyway, The Sims 4, World of Warcraft, and Elden Ring. And a lot of those games have been out for a very long time at this point.
Yeah, especially the top 5.
Yeah, those are pretty old.
Well, the top 6, because League, I was playing League when the first one was like 2. So, and he's like 15 now. So,
Yeah, I was gonna say that's been
it's been out for a while. But yeah, I mean that's the thing. You make crap game, and well, there you go. What was that current game that recently came out again?
Which one?
Yeah, that's
It just came out. What was it?
You're
I sent you a thing, Chad, like the other night while you were streaming.
was it my DMs?
No, it was while you were streaming. I talked to you in chat about it.
Oh, make me look bad. Jeez, I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what the heck its name was now.
Was it a first-person shooter? Give me a genre, man.
I don't remember. But I am so glad
Come
I
on,
opened Twitter for
come
a
on,
second.
Chad, do
Anyway,
better. A game, come on.
it was the one game. I tweeted about it somewhere, I think. Flintlock, there we go. Jeez.
I don't know what the hell that is.
Let's take a look at the Flintlock's stuff again.
It's starting to come back to me. That's one that oh right. The numbers on
like
that.
this game just launched not that long ago, right?
Oh, wait.
Flintlock.
Fun fact.
Siege of Dawn. This is this is the game where they wound up getting SBI in there essentially, and they redid absolutely everything in the game.
Yep.
And that's what it's looking like right now. This thing should be in the double digits at least for a new game recently launched. Hey, Dara!
Hey, Dara.
No, Chad didn't say anything. I don't know how long you've been there.
It just popped up for me. Don't give me that.
There's a delay.
There's a delay. Oh, he can open the stream and see it live.
Culpa.
But no, I got the chat up.
That's right.
So.
That's like Chad has one job, and it's to look at this chat. So if it
that and to remember what game you were talking about.
Yeah, I just got to telepathically know what game you're saying when you say a game.
Yeah, I know that too.
That one game that I mentioned that one time.
Remember that one game I mentioned the other night.
But real quick, Flintlock, the day it came out, right? Opening day of this game, 10% off.
Really? Was it?
Yep.
I didn't even take a look.
I saw Grums mention it like that's not good.
Yeah. So what's the story on Flintlock? What was it supposed to be and what has it become?
So apparently a studio was working on this. Oh, and this is the demo, by the way, apparently. I don't know how long they had the demo up running, but it all time peaked at 295. There's 2 people sometime today tried it out.
Dara dropping the big dollary.
Oh, dang, Dara! Thank you for the $20 dono. Only biggie you ever get. I am poor man after all. Have fun tonight, everyone, and behave yourself, Zio. LOL. I will.
Well, you just gave him stripper money, so you know.
I mean, if you want me to get the whip out on chat, I can do that later after hours.
Have a good night, Dara.
The stream
Thanks so
to
much,
my
man.
fans account.
I actually legit thought about opening an OnlyFans account.
I do. I have one. It has pictures of plants.
Mine is
I call it the most grounded OnlyFans in the world.
So here's my plan. I'm going to open up the OnlyFans, and then people are going to morbid curiosity, like, what does he do on that? Because, you know, I got a big stomach, and, you know, people are weird. But when they click on it,
See you later, Dara.
See is,
Hi, Dara. Thanks for stopping by.
They're going to see pictures of desk fans, box fans, standing fans, ceiling
Just
fans,
It's OnlyFans on
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. But
I'm
okay,
sure I'm not the
so
first one
That's a
to
lot
do
of
it.
work for a dad joke, honestly. But
it is, but it's a good one.
I respect it. I respect it.
I respect that grift, definitely. So Flintlock went into development, and I don't remember what all it was supposed to be, but apparently there was an insider who decided to let people know that it is now working with Sweet Baby, and they are essentially changing everything about it. Months worth of work, completely just changed. The protagonist changed, the story changed, everything changed.
They did a race swap. I
Do we
remember
have
hearing
a
about that.
Do we have any of the concept art from the beginning? What it was supposed to be?
I don't
do
know
we
if
just-
there's any out there or not.
We just have the rumors.
There was something that came from the internals that was floating about out there.
Uh-huh.
I'm
I'm sorry, I wasn't asking you guys to do like research live.
Well, this is part of how this show works.
Yeah.
Really, it's giving me Flintlock pistols. Thanks, Google.
Type in
thanks.
Flintlock the game, Zio. That might help you.
Early art. We may have to actually hop into somebody else's video and look for it.
That's
I'm
fine.
not sure what any of that stuff would be.
But I mean, the basics are that they hired Sweet Baby to come in and basically make their game, I don't know, socially acceptable. And now it's just made it a garbage game from what it seems. Is the game itself garbage, or is it just that because SBI is involved, it's kind of put such a bad taste in everyone's mouth that they're like, eh.
According to the reviews, it's mediocre.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm not going to find any of the stuff.
Yeah,
but they had thrown out some old like renderings and stuff that was pre-changes.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is I don't have it here now.
That's useful. Thank you.
I mean, I'm just saying, Zio, you had one job.
Well, I wasn't expecting to have to pull that stuff back out.
Sorry, I am curious, like a cat.
No, this is how he learns, Meg. Keep it up.
Just keep it up.
Beatings will be after the live stream, Zio.
And they will continue until morale improves.
God, I want that shirt.
Yeah, right now all the reviews on Steam are mostly positive. They were middling of the road the other day, so I don't know if they've scrubbed it or not.
It wouldn't shock me if they tried to get it scrubbed.
Definitely not terrible and entirely acceptable for the price. It leaves a lot to be desired. A bit conflicted. And I haven't actually changed how these pop up. This is just how they naturally popped up. Not worth it at full price. Game is okay, but not good. Good graphics, story so far, but terrible Souls game. Almost all attack from everything you fight are uninterruptible, non-parryable.
So it's like a Souls game, but
well, everything's trying to call itself a Souls game these days.
Then again, everybody is calling things the Souls games when they're not now.
Yeah,
yeah, they're trying to jump on that popularity.
Yeah, I was playing Okami the other day, and somebody was in the chat saying it's a Souls-like game, and I was like, "That's fantastic." So,
product review for free. This game was getting even better by the minute. Pretty good action RPG with some Souls elements.
Okay, that's
what does that even mean?
Okay, that is not a good review to trust.
No, it's just that's vague.
Yeah, that's what bots do usually. That's why I said, okay, that's a bot.
Yeah.
But yeah, it hasn't done a whole lot. This is
yeah. So I'm wondering if it's because
off.
of the SBI of it all, or if SBI just kind of turned off more people and just made it cringe.
I
mean,
think it's more SBI. Like, let's put it this way: I don't know any other company that has a curation group named after them.
yeah.
So I would think it definitely has something to do with the fact that SBI was involved and its very bad reputation.
I'd say it's a little bit of both because there was also no real marketing for Flintlock.
I was about to say that too. I didn't know what it was or it existed, and you saw how much I remembered after you told me about it.
Yeah, but from what I've heard from more reputable people instead of just random things, it seems to be somewhat of a mediocre. I mean, there's gameplay right there. It does
Yeah.
kind of give off that Souls vibe, the way the combat works.
Dodge.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible that
And you died.
The difference is in this one you fall backwards.
Oh, well, that's crazy. That's not Souls-like at all. I would say though that maybe having to change all of this stuff for, more representation kind of takes away from being able to add and polish up the mechanics, which causes for the game to be mediocre as well. I mean, if you have a game that's kind of mostly done, or you kind of have a vision and then someone comes along and kind of craps all over it, you have to change directions, course correct, make new concept art, etc ad nauseum. I'm thinking that would take away from, I don't know, fighting mechanics and things that actually make sense.
I don't know. It looks pretty fluid to me.
I don't know. Well, I think the movement's a little like stilted looking. It's kind of hard to describe, but
yeah, I mean, it looks fluid to me.
I don't know. To me, it looks janky as well, but it could just be because we're seeing it from through StreamYard.
I mean, I'm seeing it through here. You guys are seeing it through StreamYard.
So. Yeah, so it's secondhand, but it looks kind of a little stilted to me.
I'm looking at the animation of the like movement.
I mean, it looks pretty smooth to me. It's pretty simple.
Yeah, the movement looks like it's difficult to do.
Then slap a button. So
yeah, it doesn't look
can be mediocre for a multitude of things.
Yeah, it just doesn't look very fun to me. And I like games. I'm a girl, so I usually used to like the girl boss kind of stuff before they became insufferable twat waffles in every single iteration. I mean, they're not even women anymore. They're just they're just bad men, honestly. They're just bad smaller men with higher voices and boobs at this point. But yeah, I like to start games that starred girls and stuff like that. So that doesn't put me off. It's annoying now that it's being shoehorned into everything, but the movement in that did look like, just the way she was moving looked stiff, I guess you could say.
Yeah, it does look a bit stiff.
And
yeah,
I'm gonna go ahead and throw out my misogyny here. Look at that ass and lack thereof.
She's
there
black,
is no
right?
ass.
Like, I mean, not to be stereotypical, but she's black. That's well, usually
you are too, so you know.
I know, which is why I can come from a place of knowledge. If we're just going for the average, that's not a problem that black women tend to have, where you have problems keeping your pants up for lack of rear. That's not a thing. Yeah, that's not really a.
But anyway, Sweet Baby, just the fact that they're attached to it, I'm sure, didn't help it at all.
No, that was the point against it. But again, I would love to have faith in my fellow man to think that they're as ideologically pure and say, it's Sweet Baby is doing bad for our gaming community, and therefore if they're involved, I won't play this game. But I just don't have that kind of faith. I'm thinking that a lot of people, they see a game that's shiny enough, they'll be like, oh no, I'll totally play it. Like, but Sweet Baby, they're like, but it's fun and I want to do the thing. So
yeah, that's the thing is, look, Sweet Baby Inc. or not, if the game is good quality, it's good quality. I'm not and to be honest, who's to say that SBI doesn't clean house and try to up their game? I don't know. But the fact that they are very much by their own admission, hate white people.
Yeah, they're
I'm like,
racist and
you know what?
sexist.
I don't really want to support a group that's racist. But see, I'm not the average Joe either. I'm very much into the dankness. So I know all the things. And
Yeah.
yeah. The average Joe is going to be like, I don't care who they are. It's a game.
Yeah.
But anyway, the moral of the story is if you don't want to get your studio shut down, make a product for the customers, not for yourself.
Yeah.
If you just want a passion project that you can say, yep, I did that, that's exactly for me, and then put it out there and hope it takes off or something, and so be it. But you got to make something that is actually enjoyable for the customers.
Yeah, especially if you're going to put a lot of money into it. Like I have no problem with people making a passion product of any kind. I think that that's how you get good games. But the trouble is that then you're going to pay all of these dollary dues to go into development. So then you're going to hire on a consulting firm. That's going to really make your cost balloon like crazy. So now you have to come back with like a huge amount of money, not just, the 12 randos who really, really did want to play as a cat girl who has the power to summon the dead and also swim and turn into a fish. I mean, it's like you could make a niche
Like
game, but you just have to.
Anyway.
But you have to. You feel attacked.
I feel attacked because I do that in Final Fantasy.
Well, I mean, that didn't come from nowhere, my dude. But the thing is that if you have a niche project, though, I think that we're missing honesty, honestly, and people don't realize when they are niche, when you are the one when you are the one in the plaid pants, when you happen to be the sheep that just doesn't match anybody, you're polka dot.
Yo.
And yeah, and so if you're gonna do something that's your passion project, you should at least know if there's a market for it, and if there is, then great. But you need to be able to plan accordingly. You shouldn't pull out a couple $100 million for something that's going to basically appeal to like 7 people and maybe your grandmother. So that's just I think that we're lacking honesty in our current media of all types, honestly.
Also, I think perspective is missing. And what I mean by that is like a lot of people want to be the AAA or quadruple A studio. But
quadruple A, there's no such thing, guys.
I know. But
not even the ones they tried just were not there.
In truth, just because you got a pretty game doesn't mean it's AAA. AAA is earned. And that's why I think a lot of these developers don't really connect the dots to. And not only the developers, but the higher ups of the companies. Like, you have to earn that title. You can't just be a bloated company that's, drowning in debt and go, we're AAA. It's like, no. AAA, because, see, AAA used to be, you had to have a certain amount of, like, games, a certain amount sold, that kind of thing. And now it's just be a studio that makes generic slop for the masses.
I actually don't know what makes a AAA game outside of the fact that it's like name recognition. Like, Blizzard, Blizzard's a AAA company. Activision's a AAA company. Ubisoft, AAA company. Microsoft, AAA. Right? But nowadays, it feels like everyone is like, it's only AAA because it has good graphics. And I'm just like, that's not a AAA thing.
Yeah.
It's like, what was it? The new wannabe Sea of Thieves that they did.
No one's going to top that. That game is amazing.
Skull and Crossbones or something like that?
Was it?
It was the first quadruple A game. How's that?
Ubisoft's thing.
Yeah, Ubisoft. There we go. They're making the first quadruple A. Did it look nice? Yes. Was it AAA quality? Hell no. Wasn't even close, let alone a quadruple A. It was a double A game at best. Just based on how everything was going. But anyway.